This is a Father's Day card for my husband, referencing Paper Paul's hot air balloon mechanism. This is my husband and this is my son. Paper Paul had a video on how to assemble the template that he provided for free, but since I'm not making the hot air balloon and I modified the mechanism a little bit, and also the size is also different, so I had to work out the way how to make the mechanism and also the measurements. And now I'm going to share with you the rules of thumb if you want to do it by yourself without using the template. You decide how long the whole mechanism is and make a strut with glue tabs on both sides, and these glue tabs have to be of the same height from my experience. And it has to be double thickness. And since I'm not gluing on a template, I don't have the exact position. I have to do the measurement by myself. And I use a ruler to measure both sides of the base page and make marks here and also here, because in my first dummy, because this edge is not exactly perpendicular to the strut, and when I glued it on, the strut goes sideways, so I have to make marks on here, here, and here. So when it's closed, I make sure that it also stays at the center of the page, like so. And then I glued it on here. And in the original video, you glue the sleeve first, but since I have to do the measurement, I have to glue this piece first. This is from my first dummy, and this piece should be a little bit wider than the strut. I think it's because it makes these two flaps larger for these three pieces to glue on. So, but in my first dummy, it was too wide, and it's difficult to hide under these three pieces. So I had to cut it narrower and also adjust the position of these two flaps. So I used tissue tape to glue them back on. And the glue tab is glued here, like so. Align this with the edge of the glue tab, and you have to glue this piece when it's closed and make sure that the strut is still aligning with the marks that you made, like so. When it's open, it's like this. Then a piece here is a square in the middle with the same width as the strut. You crease it like this, diagonal creases and a horizontal crease with glue tabs on both sides. It will be glued on the sleeve. Then you decide the position of this piece, where the tip you want the tip to go, and make a mark, and also the edge of the glue tab, and then you prepare the sleeve. The sleeve is a piece like this with glue tabs on both sides, and it is a little bit wider than the strut. And this piece will be glued like this, with the edge of the glue tab aligned to the edge of the sleeve. And since I already made the position of the tip, so I can glue it on like this. Then I decide the length of these 3 pieces. I have to close the base page and measure like this. From here, from the tip here to here. And in my first dummy, this piece was too narrow because it has to hide this piece. So it has to be wider. And also on this side, and it should be like this. And so this part, it also has to be wider to hide these 2 flaps. And the shape of the centerpiece is like this. The length is a little bit longer than the side pieces because it will go beyond this piece and then go under like so. And this is the glue tab. You glue it on here like so. So this piece is also from the original dummy, and it's also too narrow because I have to hide this piece and also here. So the finished mechanism, the finished card is like this. In the original mechanism, there is a basket right here, and the basket is not really attached or too very close to the hot air balloon. But now, because this part is a head and it has to be attached or close to the body, so I didn't really make this piece because in the original design there is a zigzag piece here. And since I have to use this piece as a guard so that the head can move smoothly, like so. So it has to be glued close to the body or the hot air balloon in the original design. So it is simpler than the original design right here. And since I had to use this piece, the center piece, as a guard to push the head when it's open or when it's shut like this, so the cubic piece here has to be high enough so that the head can slide smoothly over this piece. Let me explain a bit about the meaning of the wordings. On the cover I wrote, "You are always a good dad, although you're becoming fail, 肥佬." These are Chinese characters which mean fat man, and they sound very much like fail, 肥佬, fail. So in Cantonese slang, sometimes we use 肥佬 to stand for fail. So it's a word pun. And in here, I made him 肥佬, right? A fat man. So that's about it of my sharing today. I hope you find it useful and give it a try and see how it goes. So I will see you next time. Bye.